Hey, it's Mr. C. It's another one of my fun videos. I got to be out today on Thursday. So I got a list of stuff for you guys to do. First thing I'm going to say is this. I know that things have been crazy with like test makeups, and the week before break, there was a lot of people out because they were sick or they were on vacation or whatever. All right. So if you have a little time today and you're still working on your journal, or you know that you missed a solo from either this week or last week or something by checking school tools, take the time today if you have some free time to work on that. I know I said at the beginning of the week that Wednesday I was going to grade all the journals, but if you still have one that you got to work on, today would be a good day. Okay. Or take it home, which would be the better option, but I'm just saying if you have some time. All right. First, all right. This is just for block one only, so my homeroom only. I want you guys to read chapter 5. All right. You can choose to read it with the book, old school. You can pull it up on the library and listen to it. It's not too long. It's kind of in the middle. With headphones, you could listen with headphones, read along the book. Whatever you need to do, I need you to read chapter 5. All right. Like I said the other day, for whatever reason, it's probably the state test. You guys are a little bit behind the other two blocks. It's not really an issue. So listen to chapter 5. Okay. For core 2 and core 3, what I'm going to ask you to do, since you've already read core 5, is I want you to do the solo. It's subunit 1 lesson 4 solo, and I'm assigning it now, so you guys can go ahead and find that. All right. So for block 1, after you read chapter 5, I want you to do the solo, and for cores 2 and 3, you guys start with the solo. All right. This solo is split, and what that means is it's part of chapter 5 and part of chapter 6. So you're only doing the parts for chapter 5. So that's 3 through card 7. Okay. Once it starts kicking you over to chapter 6, stop, and we'll catch that next week. All right. So that is the first task that I want you guys to do for blocks 2 and 3. It's going to be a little bit quicker because we've already read it. For core 1, you got to read it first. So you guys are going to be still a little bit behind, but we'll catch you up. Don't worry. Second thing, and this is for everybody. All right. We have the first Power Words quiz in a while on Friday for the half day. What I've done for your studying enjoyment is I've moved all 6 of the weeks of words to the top of Google Classroom. So you have all of those to study. The week of 421, Power Words, Verbatim Lexicon, Expedite, and Pan, they're all there. So the quiz is tomorrow, or is going to be on Friday. We haven't taken a quiz for Power Words in quite some time. So you guys can study for that if you have time. All right. The other, I have a little list here. The other thing I'm going to ask you to do is this: every few chapters, just like we did in Long Walk to Water and Flush, I'm going to give you some questions. Okay, so these are the chapters 1 through 4 questions, and I just want to get you guys to share your opinion and your ideas and your thoughts about the story. Because this story is kind of wide open. You could have different thoughts about different characters or whatever. So here are the questions. All right. This is going to be due on Friday. So whatever you don't get done on Thursday, you guys could work on after the test, after the quiz on Friday during the half day. Character traits is what I'm asking for the first one. Which of Odelia's character traits do you think is the most important as the sisters begin the adventure? So we did a bunch of character traits for Odelia. We put them on that slideshow. Pick one and make sure that you're answering in a CER. You don't have to take an exact quote from the book somewhere. all I'm looking for is that you're describing Odelia. She's brave, and here's why she's brave, and here's why that's going to matter on the journey. Okay, so if you want to pull an exact quote from the story, go ahead. If you want to paraphrase, you can do that too. All right. Second is a bit of a compare and contrast assignment. What I want you to do is I want you to just do a quick Google search of La Llorona. And I've been saying this the whole time that she's kind of freaky. Like, here, what do you do if you hear La Llorona? You run. Avoid her at all costs. Do a quick Google search. I don't care where you get the information from. She's a myth. And I've been saying this the entire time, is that the way that she's portrayed in the book is a little different from the myth that people share, in reality. Okay. So the question is, how is the information provided in your search similar and different from the way that she's presented in the book? And even Odelia, when she first sees her, she thinks one thing and then is told something else. So you're going to want to look back in chapter 3 for the description of what she actually looks like and what Odelia thinks about her and her story about her drowned children. And you're going to do a compare and contrast. So you're going to show how it's similar to your search and how it's different. All right. And just a little hint, like, she's a good guy in the story. All right. Number 3 is, so far, who do you think is the hero? All right. The clear answer is Odelia. If you agree with that, that's fine. There's some other options that you guys could pull. Use evidence to explain why you chose the person. 4 is describe the moment when the hero is called to adventure. All right. So call to adventure is part of that hero's journey. And there's 4 parts here, and I kind of broke them all down so you guys could use the 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is what I was talking about with this book, is that it's kind of wide open and open for interpretation. The call to adventure, depending on where you place it, is going to be a little bit different, for the answers for 2, 3, and 4. So if the call to adventure is, if you think it's when they find the body, then your answers for 2, 3, and 4 are going to be a little different. If you think it's when La Llorona tells Odelia that she has to go, then your answers are going to be different. So I kind of gave that away for the first one. So the options that you guys have are either when they find the body or where Odelia is told by La Llorona she has to go to Mexico. The other parts are, does she try to refuse the call? What convinces her to accept? And what's the adventure? All right, so up for a little bit of interpretation there. Just you guys tell me what you think. There is a 5th question on the bottom. I know it says, looks like 4 here, but when you get to type and you see the 5th. Chapter 3, the Loteria card is the star. Okay, and so it says in chapter 3, and I'll find it, the tallest and brightest of all my daughters. Why is that Loteria card selected for chapter 3? All right. Who were they talking about? Why is that card connected to the information in the text? So you just tell me your opinion. All right. I love these questions because they're, depending on who you are and what you think about the book and your interpretation of the characters and the events, they're going to be different. And I just want you guys overall to share your opinion and your thoughts about the book. Okay. So those are your tasks for Thursday. Like I said, with the questions here, you will get time on Friday to finish them. If you don't, on Thursday, alongside the vocab quiz. So I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks.